And that's for the piggies in every US city thinking a seat in the back row is Porsche because of European history. They miss seeing the monocle though, so I be in the front row on days I am making dough. All alone, in the zone, on the phone, until the trailers go off the screen, along with all those production companies that never did a thing for me.
Advertised as a 50-cent production at the box office, it is quick to see once the opening credits roll that Moses the Black is more of a Taylor Gang production than that of G-Unit, a vehicle for Wiz Khalifa to flex some surprisingly entertaining acting chops and get off some new, boring, run-of-the-mill songs for his plateaued rap career. But what about the rest of the movie? Well, Moses the Black is a film directed by Jelena Popovic, who must have loved Omar Epps in the 90s, saw Juice, and thought that gives her agency to tell authentic FBA stories. Moses the Black is artistically a misrepresentation of Soul and Soul, while rappers turned businessmen earned the top cut of the bankroll, marking the only sweet aftertaste in an otherwise bitter experience. Popovic's feature focuses too much time on establishing shots, whether it be throughout Chicago or uncomfortably up-close first-person POV shots of the actors, specifically Omar Epps. For all the oil in the boxing gym scenes, Popovic disrespected Epps by shooting him as ashy as he was, given the Windy City's unforgivingly dry climate. Epps looked out of shape and sickly throughout the film, a shell of his groundbreaking House MD recurring character that made him a sought-after playable fighter in Def Jam Fight for NY. Instead, Popovic captures Epps at his worst physically to mirror the compromised mindset of a guilty gangster fresh out of prison turned over to the spiritual illness of religious zealotry. Popovic has a field day shooting not one, not two, but 3 fully grown Negro males ugly crying, a passed out floozy at a kickback about to be sexually assaulted, 2 welcome home from prison celebrations, funeral wakes, and multiple shootouts, including the slow motion finale where Wiz gets his wings, not only in the film but for possible consideration for future serious acting roles outside of the realm of blaxploitation. Popovic is noted for having religious zealotry drive her films, so I'm confused as to why this picture wasn't distributed by Angel Studios or Kingdom. If it would have, those tags certainly would have driven away a consumer like myself. But that's beside the point that Moses the Black is more up those distributors' alleyways than G-Unit films. I'd also like to note that Cliff Chamberlain should have not been allowed on the set. His role should have been recast, as his method acting approach was not appropriate for this film. The cast was obviously green, and an actor of Chamberlain's caliber was not the right fit for this picture. I also found it disappointing with several of the themes that wormed its way into the script, such as homosexual proclivities and propaganda encouraging stepfather stewardship. These 2 themes, on top of the overlying religious zealotry, were irritating annoyances, especially coming to the film as someone unfamiliar with Popovic's work. Earlier, before the showing, I saw Harvey Keitel's work in Scorsese's Mean Streets. Despite Keitel's typecast position as a guilty gangster, he never allows his Catholic zealotry to overshadow the films he stars in, though the presence of the papacy is overwhelmingly present in his biggest films. Popovic doesn't know how to balance her zealotry as the true zealot she is, and easily alienates not only her audience, but the plot of the film itself, thinking that the Black church is still a cornerstone of respect in FBA society, when if she had a seat inside of the culture, she would realize how much of a joke that Western religion is. But this is what happens when blaxploitation is shot from an outsider's lens.
Pop your popcorn. That's for the piggies in every US city thinking a seat in the back row is Porsche because of European history. They miss seeing the monocle though, so I be in the front row on days I am making dough. All alone, in the zone, on the phone, until the trailers go off the screen, along with all those production companies that never did a thing for me.